Before I leave confidence intervals behind, I just wanted to mention real quickly that, of course, they can also be done in StatCrunch. You would go to Stat, T Statistics, to Sample. We have Summary in this, not Data. Data would be like a column of data. So you type in all these numbers. You don't do the pooled variances, turn that off. Next. And then you pick confidence intervals this time, and then calculate. And there it is. See, same numbers that we came up with. I always love doing this because, one, it's really fast, and two, it double checks all my work for what I did with, with Excel. There we go. So 0.848, 1.15, just like I said. Awesome. All right, so now we're done with that problem entirely, and we're going to move on to number 10, I believe. Nope, not number 10. That's one you have to do. Can't do that. How about number 11? I just looked at what was due. So let's go back here. And let's look at number 11. So again, we have the summary data on this particular one. That's okay. So do people walk faster in the airport when they are departing or when they are arriving? Researcher, yada yada. So there's the numbers, there's the mean speed, the standard deviation, sample size. All right, first of all, is this observational or a designed experiment? So this is 11.2, number 13. Part A. Well, this is definitely observational, right? Which is sort of where we ran into trouble in the last one as well with the community colleges. Because when it's observational, there's confounding variables. All right, so observational because the researcher is merely observing people arriving and departing. He didn't randomly select people and place them into the arriving and departing categories, right? That's what it would take to be a designed experiment. You'd have to randomly put people into arriving and departing, right? Okay, so part B. Explain why it is reasonable to use Welch's t-test. Okay, so let me go back and let me grab that page. Okay, here on page 596 is where it is, and it talks about what it takes in order to do this. You need to have samples that are obtained using simple random sampling. The samples are independent, and the population from which the samples are drawn are normally distributed, or the sample sizes are large. So it's okay for us because simple random sampling used to select the walkers in the airport. The samples were independent, right? I mean, so when he's grabbing a random person, it doesn't, whether that person walks fast doesn't necessarily relate to the next person, right? Especially because he's not grabbing, people moving in packs or anything. And the sample sizes are both above 30 for each group. Cool. Done with that. So that's why Welch's t-test is allowed. Right. So you got to remember that when he's doing this, he's not grabbing one person then the next person right by them. He's getting random people in the airport. All right. Do individuals walk at different speeds depending on whether they are departing or arriving at the alpha equals 0.05 level significance? Aha. So there's our hypothesis test. So let's write out the hypotheses before we have out of this video. So step 1, the null would be that the mean for arrivals is equal to the mean for departures. And the alternative to that would be that they're not equal because we're just interested in difference. They don't specify which difference. So not equal. All right, we'll see you back here next time. Keep going.